Hello everyone, this is Arib and welcome to All About English. I hope all of you are good. So I'm back with a very new and interesting topic for you, which is quite confusing for most of the people. That topic is have and has. So let's get started. So yes, today we are going to go over has and have. Do you know why these two words are quite confusing for most of the people? Why? Because they are used in two different ways. The two different ways are they are used as main verbs and they are used as helping verbs too. So let me tell you something about main and helping verbs first. Main verbs are the action words which we normally use in our daily lives, right? Whatever you do from dawn to dusk are different actions you perform, and those are called main verbs. They change in every sentence, right? And on the other hand, we have helping verbs, and you know that to identify a tense, whether it's a present, past, or a future tense, we have different helping verbs like is, am, are, was, were, have and has, right? So this is why have and has are confusing. Why? Because they have two different uses. They are used as a main verb, as a helping verb as well. So I'm gonna share some really easy tips with you today. If you observe them carefully, I'm really sure it will be very easy for you to understand, right? So let's get started. First, as a main verb, let me tell you something that has and have. Whenever they have a noun after them, right? So they are main verbs. I give you examples, right? And on the other hand, if has and have are followed by a verb with a past participle form, they are called helping verbs, right? Whenever a verb comes after has and have, so it is a helping verb, and whenever a noun comes after has and have, they are main verbs, right? So let me give you some examples. Like I say that I have a house, right? So do you see that what comes after have? We have a noun. House is a name of a thing, right? This is why have is over here. Have is a main verb, right? So let's change the subject a bit. I'm using she over here. As you know that she has, I'm gonna use has with she. This is why, right? I have a house. She has a house, right? So you can see over here as well that after has there is a noun. It is a noun. It is also a noun, right? So let's make their negatives. Let's change this sentence into negative. I have a house. It will going to be I do not have a house, right? So what I did, I simply used do not before have to make it negative. The same way, she has a house. She have a house. Now you must be thinking that we do not use do with she, right? So just to clarify this thing, I'm going to talk about the previous topic I discussed. That was simple present. You can check that topic first. The link has been given below. So let me tell you something about that first. Then as in a sentence I'm going to write, it's he eats breakfast, right? So you see this is a simple present topic, right? So he eats breakfast. In negative what I did, he do not eat breakfast, right? So you remember that I did something, I used this s over here with do, and do became does, right? So normally in simple present we use do with I, we, you and they, and we use does with he, she and it, right? Okay, I hope you remember this thing. So I'm going to tell you one more tip which is quite helpful for you to understand, that when I use a sentence like he has a car, right? So the s I'm using here is not actually a part of have, right? It's not actually the part of this word, right? Actually, whenever we add s after have, it does not become haves, it becomes has, right? And whenever we remove s from has, it becomes have again, right? You see? So I'm going to use the same thing. I remove this s and I use this s over here with do, and it's going to become does, right? So as I told you that these particular sentences, they are actually simple present. All right, so let me give you example of the second situation. Actually, whenever we use a verb in its past participle form after have and has, it is actually a helping verb, right? Let me give you example. I have bought a house, right? So the word bought is actually a past participle form of buy, right? Okay, and I change the subject. She has bought a house. All right, now you see in positive sentences, it is not confusing to understand, but what happens whenever we make negative of these sentences, it becomes confusing. Why? As you saw that over here, I've used the helping verbs as do and does, right? What's going to happen in their negative forms? Let's see. I have bought a house. I have not bought a house. All right, now you see I use a past participle form of a verb after have. It means it is not a main verb, it is a helping verb over here, right? And let's do the same thing over here. She has bought a house. She has not bought a house. I simply added not over here in the negative sentence, right? So over here, these two sentences are simple present, right? But over here, they are present perfect. All right, you have to make more sentences to understand it clearly. I hope this is clear enough for you today. So this is it I have for you, and if you want to understand this video in a better way, you should go over the previous video. The link has been given in the description, and I'm really sure that all these two topics will be really clear to you, right? So if you have any question, if you have any demand, anything you want me to talk about, so comment below. I'll surely be discussing that thing in the future. So this is it, and I hope you like this video. If you do like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you so much.